Well, hey everybody, welcome back. I gotta clean our bins today, and actually gotta do a couple more things in here. And also, I'm sorry if the audio quality is kind of crappy because I'm in a bin that all of my voice just bounces off of everything in here. So I'm just gonna maybe try to talk a little bit quieter. The quieter you talk, the better the echoing is. We've got two 20,000 bushel soak up bins. We got this one that I'm standing in, and then one right over here. And then we got a old, or we just call it our East bin. I don't even know what brand that bin is. And yesterday, Dad just decided to stay home, and he didn't go to work yesterday. He cleaned out that bin over there, completely cleaned out that bin, and was partially a ways done in here, and then he just stopped for the day. So now I gotta pick up where he left off. Well, I mean, I think this looks a little bit better, I'd say. It's not perfect. I mean, there's a few little tiny spots of red eye and some stained areas from mice pee and all that kind of thing where the sweet auger was stained. There's even some just where that shield was. Yeah, this bin I think is pretty much completely cleaned out. So, I got done cleaning the first bin. Again, I still got to do that second one, which is starting to get too hot to be able to do that. So I wish I would have done it earlier, but I had to edit. And anyway, so I had to bring in the our shop vacuum that was set up on our front porch, and I also had to, of course, wheel on the 4320. So I figured I'd multitask, killing two birds with one stone here. That's just how I normally like to think. And no, we're not going to be starting on corn. We just got the corn header on still because, well, the bean head doesn't really need it. Just needs one little clip that got broke off last fall. Just one little clip on the sickle to be fixed, and just make sure it's greased, rinse it off, make sure there's nothing else major that we maybe have missed some other point, and then yeah, that's all that the bean header needs. The corn header needed a little bit of work, but that's fine. There's like a 10% chance we might start on corn, but unless the corn out here really dries quick, somehow, some way, then we're not going to start on corn. But yeah, we got this cart hooked up, and then we also got this cart set up back there hooked up. It's just kind of hard to get back there right now, because yeah, that was a little scary having to do that. Granted, I mean, I had a spotter, so there's no possible way I could mess it up. Yeah, we've got quite a ways to go before this bin gets cleaned out. Except it's getting really warm in here. These bins get really warm really fast, so I'm just gonna move shop back and a couple things into here, and then I think I'm gonna go inside and eat some lunch. Those are some new and aggressive noise that I haven't heard before. Okay, so we are now back from mowing. It's only been like 4 hours. I think it has been about that amount of time, yeah. And yeah, now we're gonna try to move a little bit more equipment around, get everything inside, and have everything find a nice, cozy, comfy place to sit for either a couple months, maybe a couple weeks, maybe even a couple of days. Alright, and now I gotta move the yellow one now, because I think we're gonna, if you guys remember from a few videos ago when we put little teeny tiny rock chips to replace the gravel that was already in this part of the shop right here. And the only thing we didn't move was the grain cars, mostly because we couldn't really move because we didn't have a tractor to move them. So now we got that area that has no chips in it, so since we got the grain carts hooked up and out of here, now we can fill up that area. So Dad's going to hook up his loader bucket on the tractor, and then he's gonna sprinkle some rock chips out there, and then we're also gonna take our trailer somewhere over there. I don't know if you can see it or not. We're gonna try to get it into there somewhere. So we're gonna try to see how all this is gonna work. Not all the time do our plans go according to plan. Yeah, something like that. That should work. I don't think I need any electrical stuff or anything, at least not that I'm aware of. We're not taking on the road, so shouldn't need it. Oh, we got the trailer in there, as you can see by that. So now we gotta get that wagon over there into here, and then we can bring both carts back in. And then we're gonna try to put that wagon in front of here and just try to get it as close to it as we can, or maybe potentially overlap it a little bit. So maybe the frame could go over the hitch or could go between the tires. I don't know, but as long as we can get the 235 and right through here, we are that golden. So, and the wagon and trailer have been properly unhooked. So now we got to pull the magnums in, shut everything up, and we're going to be done for the day. And then we'll either be doing something again before we start harvest, or we're gonna be in a mad scramble because we started earlier than we really were expecting to and wanted to. I don't know, because that's exactly what happened last year. I wish I had a GoPro on me, because boy, that was really entertaining. Well, everything has now been put away. Magnums are put in, trucks put in, everything else put in, wagon, trailer, everything. So we'll I think we're gonna be calling it quits for a day. So yeah, we'll catch you guys next time when we're doing something. Well, hey everybody, it's now the next day. It's now Sunday, and we're starting today off a little bit later in the morning for the camera, but we cleaned out one bin. We cleaned out the other bin that I needed to finish cleaning out, and then we went down and we were gonna go mow our pond farm. So we're just right around our pond over there, about half to a quarter of a mile that way. And because I mowed all afternoon yesterday with this tractor, and it was fine. There was no problem. I never noticed a problem. Never smelled anything or anything. Mowed all day with it yesterday, no problem. Pulled it in yesterday, no problem. Started it today, no problem. And then when I just started mowing down there, I started smelling a hint of diesel. And I said, huh. I didn't really think much of it, because I thought maybe it's just the tractor exhaust, maybe just getting just right. It made me thinking it was dripping diesel. And I was looking at my fuel gauge, and it just kept going down and down and down really, really fast. And I said, oh, that's probably not good. I didn't even get back to the farm before I realized that the entire right side of the motor is just dripping. You see all this? It's not supposed to be that shiny right now. It's supposed to look like the other side. I mean, it was just dumping fuel. I mean, it was spraying on my foot. It was spraying down here. I mean, leaking on the axle. It's leaking on everything. Here, I don't know if it's maybe in this mechanism up here. I'm not too sure. because it was way up here. I mean, it was spraying up there. And this is why we run case. Huh. Well, I was right on my assumption here. I was assuming that this hose might have something to do with it, because look at this one. All good and everything. This one, all split. Watch this. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's not supposed to do that. So that makes sense why it was fine. Because it must have just happened. Yeah. That's how it ran out of fuel so fast. Okay, so now it's been a little while and we've got the tractor fixed and washed. They just got the power washer out and I was just washing off all the fuel off of here and everything around here that it was spraying on and up under the hood. So now we got a new hose in there, so now hopefully we should be fine and we shouldn't have that problem again. And now we're gonna go mow. Alright guys, well, we already rinsed off our grain carts and we also set up our camera system in our Magnum 180 for our grain cart, and which was what we did last night. And so now that is all dialed in and set and ready to go. So now it's just kind of the nitty-gritty stuff. We might potentially be starting Thursday. If we're not starting Thursday, it'll probably be Friday, as long as it doesn't rain, because there's a little chance of rain on Friday and Saturday. So even if it just doesn't rain on Friday, we still might throw in, if we can, like 1,000 bushel, just to make sure that everything's running the way that it's supposed to. Alright, I found the tire pressure gauge. For some reason, it was in there. It's supposed to be over by the air compressor. Anyway, 23. Let's go over and check the other side. 23.3. I wonder if that's supposed to be like 23.5. Because they're both just about the same one. That one's at 23.3 and the other one's at 23.2. Alright guys, so I got good news and bad news. Good news is, I think we can run on those soybeans tomorrow. Bad news is, they could probably run tonight, but we don't have our bean head ready. So, now we really gotta get going. So, I just came in here to put our iPad screen in here. So this is where all of our yield mapping, yield monitoring is now gonna be, where we're gonna be able to read our moisture. Because now with putting in that new incline auger there, we had to get rid of this monitor's moisture tester. So without that, we're not even going to turn this on, I don't think, this year. So we're just going to run off of our farm track system through the screen here, and should have no problems. Should work just fine still. It doesn't need that up there to run off of this. This is all its own one separate unit. And then we got to put easy steer stuff in here, the motor, the box. The screen's already in here, so we got these two screens that we're going to be looking at. Our radio, walkie-talkie mount, and yeah, then that's all we got up in here. Okay, so we're going to start getting stuff out so we can't get that bean head out. Dad's gonna park that combine just back on the gravel over there on a nice flat surface, so then he can check the corn head gearbox oil levels in each one of the row units. And then after that, we can start working on that bean header, make sure that thing's ready to go. And rinse it off, probably maybe potentially hook that onto the combine. I don't know. Hopefully we can get as many things ready as we can, so potentially we might be running tomorrow, which might be a whole nother video. One down, one more to go. We got our camera all set up. ran down nice and neat, deck back in behind there. All clean looking. Got it looking right. And 2 good looking units right there. Alright, now I'm going to go grab our little tractor. We got a couple pallets we got to move to get that bean head out of the way. And then we'll be up on our way and we'll get that bean head out, look it over, rinse it off, and maybe get hooked onto the combine. Probably not cutting beans yet, but we'll get to that point eventually. Wow! Traffic jam! Traffic jam! Traffic jam! Alright, now let's back her on up and get her fixed up. Alright, we decided we're not going to end up washing the bean head, but we got the clip fixed. Took about literally 1 minute. Just put another one of these on because it was just sheared off at the bottom of it. So we put a new one of those on. Now it shouldn't really be a whole lot left to make sure this thing can cut some soybeans. Alright guys, well I think we're gonna call her for the videoing, I think, for tonight. And because, well, we're having some technology problems in the combine. Our extended yield monitor won't work to talk to each other at all. I mean, it won't even try. So these are ready, the bean head's ready, the combine's ready. That's just our only dilemma. We want to get that set up now, so then we can give it plenty of time to give it some updates, because normally that yield monitor, the extended yield monitor that we normally go with, Farm Tracks, normally puts a bunch of updates out through the year, and we need to download them all. So that's why we want to get it set up now instead of waiting until the day we got to go, which will hopefully be tomorrow. Hopefully we can get it like 15-20 acres knocked out. That's just what I'm hoping for tomorrow, but there's a low chance of that because we still got to get that figured out yet still. And we've also got to get the 4320 unhooked from the mower and get that hooked up to the auger and get the auger set up. And so there's a lot of things we got to do, but we'll get there. So anyways, thank you guys for watching today's video. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one. See you guys.